A brand new liver health plan and rapid fat loss breakthrough has been discovered. Its inventors were silenced and forced to live in the shadows by the powerful weight loss industry for the past 15 years, until now. Researchers analyzing this breakthrough say, and I quote, "This is clearly an extraordinary discovery." Medical experts call this the holy grail of liver health and rapid weight loss for overweight people, especially those suffering from a tired, toxic or fatty liver. They also warn that this natural daily liver health trick may be too powerful and cause weight loss almost too fast. Over the last 5 days, reports have come in from thousands of people who once suffered from fatty or toxic liver and were overweight. Their doctors now report optimal liver function, size and enzymes on their ultrasound and blood tests, and their weight and waistlines are reduced. Our team fully believes that this natural solution is the safest and best option to rejuvenate your liver and lower body fat fast.
I lost 43 pounds with your ritual. No more oversized sweatpants for me.
So far, I've lost an incredible 38 pounds.
Wow, I am down 5 dress sizes and 47 pounds.
It's confirmed over 447,000 Americans now use this discovery every day with incredible results. Yes, this definitely looks like the answer to millions of people's prayers.
Sam? Someone call an ambulance, please! For God's sake, can somebody help us?
You may want to sit down, Sam. I'm afraid I have some bad news. It looks like your fatty liver is developing into a stage 3 liver disease. I see a lot of scarring in your liver. You are definitely heading for liver cirrhosis. I'll need to do a liver biopsy just to be sure. But the bottom line is, you've got to get this fixed right away. Unless you manage to lose at least 20 pounds, your liver disease will surely get worse. You could die in a year.
In just a few moments, I'll reveal a shocking story where I found myself on the verge of a certain and embarrassing death. I'll also show how an accidental meeting with a Chinese janitor would lead me to discover an almost miraculous 10-second ritual that helped me lose over 15 pounds in less than 1 month. Without diet and exercise, I did it simply by healing my toxic, overworked fatty liver and reigniting my liver's metabolic furnace, going from this to this. This 10-second ritual is like nothing you've ever seen. It's based on a secret Chinese recipe ignored by the West that's been used for thousands of years. This unique recipe contains all natural ingredients that, when combined in a very specific way, will transform your life, just like it did for me. So I urge you to stop whatever you're doing and carefully watch this video until the very end. You're about to discover why you're not able to lose weight and why Big Pharma is putting your life in jeopardy, even if they say they care about you. Now, I know I may ruffle some feathers with this free video presentation, but I honestly don't care. The information that I'm going to reveal now could potentially save lives, and that's all that matters to me. One warning, however. I don't know how long this video is going to be online. Maybe a week, maybe 24 hours, or maybe just a few more hours. That's why it's crucial that you pay full attention until the very end. So, now that we have that out of the way, let's get to my embarrassing death story. Who would have thought that a trip to the gym would almost kill me? I'd walked in just 2 hours before with a smile on my face, determined to finally lose weight and get healthy. "Look at the size of him," I heard a girl say under her breath as I stepped onto the treadmill. I felt her judgmental eyes burning a hole in the back of my head. The worst part was that my ex-wife was there as well. I saw her looking over, wondering what the hell had happened to the slim, athletic man she'd met all those years before. I was determined not to quit while she was there staring at me and pitying me. But as soon as I started, I felt severe pain. My vision was blurred. My heart rate was off the charts. I struggled to breathe and sweat poured off my brow like a waterfall. And then it happened. The most excruciating chest pain I have ever felt in my entire life. I desperately reached for the stop button on the treadmill, but the pain was too great. My legs couldn't keep up as the treadmill surged. A second later, I fainted. My ex-wife screamed and ran towards me. I heard people asking me if I was okay, but I couldn't talk. I could barely breathe. This is it, I thought. This is my end. But it wasn't. See, later that day, as I lay in a cold steel hospital bed looking at all the heart monitors and wires poking out of me, I wondered how the hell I'd ended up like this. I felt ashamed about my weight. I was just 45 years old. I had 3 young children, and at that moment, I thought about how close I'd been to leaving them without a dad. I broke down in tears right in front of the doctor. So why am I sharing this embarrassing story with you? Well, because coming face to face with my mortality marked the beginning of a life-changing journey. A journey where I've accidentally stumbled upon the shocking cause of my rapid weight gain and ill health, and how up to 90% of the foods you eat every day are laced with toxic substances that are poisoning your health. These substances are making you fatter with every mouthful. They drain your energy, fuel disease, and lock you into a lifetime of perpetual dependency on pharmaceutical drugs. But more incredibly, my journey led to the discovery of a completely natural ritual that you have to do before brushing your teeth. It helped me to naturally heal my fatty, toxic, and overworked liver and reverse years of damage to every precious cell in my body. So, if you're looking for a solution to rapidly lose weight and keep it off and eliminate tiredness, a lack of focus, joint pain, skin problems, or digestive issues, stick with me until the end of this presentation. If you have an overworked liver, you'll pile on the pounds of belly fat no matter what you do. That's because your liver is your body's fat-burning furnace. It's essential for fat metabolism, and if your liver is overworked, even if you count every calorie and work out regularly, every effort will be in vain. Let me tell you something. A fatty, toxic liver can have dire consequences. If you ignore this, what comes next can be very serious, even deadly. Just listen to these interesting facts. A clinical study conducted in Norway on over 47,000 people with fatty liver concluded that it increases the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and even cancer. When there's too much fat in your blood, your liver can't burn it off fast enough. 2 things happen. First, your body stores all the excess fat in your belly, thighs, hips, and face. That's why it's so hard to lose weight no matter how much you diet or exercise. The second thing that happens is even more dangerous. All that excess fat also clogs up your liver and stops it from carrying out the 500 critical functions that keep you healthy and alive. So, when your liver can't clean up your blood anymore, those unhealthy toxins slowly build up, and up, until your blood is completely toxic. Today, you'll discover a 10-second liver healing and weight-dropping ritual that will rebuild your liver health while detoxifying your body and eliminating unwanted fat once and for all, regardless of your age, gender, weight, or medical condition. This is 100% natural, created by a top Swiss food scientist. It'll give you quick energy and metabolism of a 20-year-old in just 10 seconds every day. You won't have to give up any of your favorite foods in the process or set foot in a gym. Now, if you're thinking this sounds a little too good to be true, think again. This remarkable home-based treatment I'm about to reveal has already been used by 447,800 people and counting, with incredible success stories reported every day. In fact, this fast, simple, all-natural, age-defying ritual is so powerful and effective that I fixed my ill health, increased my energy levels, and dropped a whopping 32 pounds of toxic fat. In the next few minutes, you're also going to discover why everything you thought you knew about losing weight and improving your health is flat out wrong. And I'm going to show you hard scientific proof from groundbreaking studies published in the esteemed New England Journal of Medicine, together with the journal Age and Aging. This research proves that one key to reversing weight gain, degenerative diseases, and even the effects of aging is a 10-second ritual that addresses the 4 pillars of liver health. Imagine the feeling you'll have when you start to see pounds of ugly, useless fat literally melt away from your belly, butt, and thighs. Imagine looking in the mirror and loving the reflection staring back at you, and still, instead of feeling shame, frustration, and disappointment. Picture yourself enjoying the energy levels of a teenager, brighter, clearer skin, and a razor-sharp mind and memory. Imagine buttoning your pants with ease because your belly is flat and your digestion is working like clockwork. All of this can happen while you're snacking without guilt, feeling energetic, and stunning everyone with how good and relaxed you look, just like 447,800 people do. And here are some of their stories.
I lost 43 pounds with your ritual. No more oversized sweatpants for me. I suffered for years from fatty liver and just couldn't lose weight. The latest ultrasound and blood tests clearly show I have a healthy, fully functioning liver. No more fatigue, blurred vision, or memory issues. And I even fit into my favorite pair of jeans.
So far, I've lost an incredible 38 pounds. I was diagnosed with fatty liver and I struggled with depression, fatigue, and I couldn't even lose weight. But since following your ritual and without even changing my diet, my liver is getting stronger by the minute. My memory's sharp. I'm in the best mood I've been in years, and I look fit. My life has changed. Thank you so much, Sam.
Hey, wow. I am down 5 dress sizes and 47 pounds. It's amazing. You should hear the compliments. Your liver ritual has had a huge impact on my self-esteem and my health. The dark, patchy skin discoloration under my neck and around my eyes is gone, and I'm still losing weight. Thank you, Sam. You've really changed my life.
Sounds too good to be true? Just wait. In a moment, you're going to discover the scientific research that finally proves how weight gain and many degenerative diseases can not only be stopped, but actually reversed simply by using a 10-second ritual. My name is Sam Rhodes, and I live with my wife Liz in Irvine, California. I wasn't always overweight and unhealthy. In fact, back in my late teens, I was an athletic college quarterback and I ran track for my county. But, like many people, as I got into my early 30s, my slim physique, toned muscles, and endless energy rapidly disappeared, right about the time that the kids came along. By the time I turned 45, I had reached a whopping 390 pounds and had gone from being pre-diabetic to developing full-blown type 2 diabetes. I was on medication for high blood pressure and high cholesterol too. I always felt tired, miserable, and depressed. My continued weight gain, poor health, and terrible mood put a huge strain on my marriage, and eventually things came to a head. As my wife and I sat on a park bench watching our dog Bruce chase a tennis ball, Liz uttered the 8 words no husband or wife should ever have to hear.
I'm just not attracted to you anymore. I'm so sorry, Sam.
Her words hit me like a sucker punch to the stomach. 3 days later, Liz left me for another man named Brian. It crushed me like nothing I'd ever experienced. He looked younger, slimmer, fitter, and healthier. The whole ordeal plunged me into a deep depression and weeks of binge eating. I ballooned in size even more. In a desperate bid to get Liz back, I hit the gym. This decision led to my embarrassing treadmill moment and the heart attack that almost killed me. But at the same time, this heart-stopping moment proved to be a turning point. While I recuperated in the hospital, I met a man who would change everything. He would reveal the surprising root cause of my weight gain and health problems and the secret recipe that would change my life forever. Here's the story. It begins on a regular Monday afternoon. I was lying in my hospital bed with a tray of supposedly healthy food on my lap, given to me by a nurse. Surrounded by medical equipment, I felt like the worst was over and I was in the safe hands of the doctor. Well, little did I know it was about to get worse. Way worse. You see, the doctor took some of my blood to run some tests. I'll never forget the next moment when he walked back into the room. His face was pale white, as if he'd just seen a ghost. He held the results of my blood work. When he sat down, he wouldn't look me in the eyes at first. Then he took one deep breath. "Sam, I'm not sure how to tell you this, but I have some bad news about your liver," the doctor continued. "I've just run tests on your blood, and you're showing advanced signs of fatty liver. Your AST and ALT levels are 123 and 135. This is 3 times higher than normal. It looks like your fatty liver is developing into a stage 3 liver disease. I see a lot of scarring in your liver. You're definitely heading for liver cirrhosis. I'll need to do a liver biopsy just to be sure, but the bottom line is this. You got to get this fixed right away, because if it gets worse, you could die within a year." I just didn't know what to say. And truth be told, I was freaking out. Cirrhosis? Cancer? Liver transplant? The words out of my doctor's mouth scared me half to death. But the only advice the doctor could give me was eat less, exercise more. I thought. How on earth would you want me to start exercising now? I'm already exhausted every day. How am I supposed to do that? And what am I supposed to eat exactly? I felt like my doctor left me with more questions than answers. And to be honest, that really pissed me off. He's supposed to be the expert. He told me I had to eat salads every day and go for a walk in the morning. I hadn't done that in years. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't terrified. So I started walking a mile every morning. It was exhausting. Truth is, I was scared of leaving my 3 kids and my 2 grandchildren behind. Like my 4-year-old grandson, Timmy. I just couldn't stand the thought of my little Timmy crying his eyes out when he found out Grandpa had gone to heaven. And you know, despite doing everything right, my liver enzymes were still sky high. I was so frustrated. Later, I realized that none of this would work until I tackled the real issue, my toxic liver. And don't even get me started on the doctor's awful medication. I was now taking betadine, Avianda, and Actigol, just to name a few, on top of the cocktail of drugs I was already on for my high blood sugar and blood pressure. And it was not helping. Just like Urso Forte, my doctor insisted I take it to help my liver. But it wasn't making a lick of difference either. All I know is I felt lousy on it. It made me feel lightheaded, like I was going to tip over at any moment. And to be honest, at my age, I can't afford to fall. My bones are not as strong as they were in my 20s. One hard fall is all it takes to snap your hip like a twig. Plus, all these pills were burning a massive hole in my pocket, setting me back thousands of dollars per month. As for the alternative remedies like acupuncture, tea, or herbal supplements, while good for temporary relief, they are far from a long-lasting solution. I was on the verge of giving up. Maybe I was just destined to be fat and have a dysfunctional liver. I just wish there was something that could help me and give me the energy to walk in the morning or play with my grandson Timmy again. I felt there was something my doctor wasn't telling me, or maybe he was just as clueless as I was. So, on the 5th day at the hospital, as I began to eat, a slim and supple-looking Asian man walked into the room and started to wash the floor with a huge mop. He was the janitor. Just had a heart scare, I said to the man, trying to make conversation and break the awkward silence. My lunch consisted of a bowl of soup, an energy bar, and ocean spray cranberry juice. The janitor peered down at my tray and then back up at me before continuing to mop the floor. But just as I was about to dig into my food, I heard a whisper. "Don't eat it." "Excuse me," I replied. "Don't eat it," he said again. "Foods like these are the reason Americans are fat and diseased." "What do you mean?" I said. This is healthy stuff. The hospital and doctors themselves recommended it for me." "Look, I've got some cranberry juice, an energy bar, and some soup. They're all low fat, low calorie, and are good for me, right?" No, the man said, almost angrily. These are lies." The janitor then grabbed the food tray and lectured me about how these foods and thousands like them contain toxic substances that are poisonous to the body and lead to rapid weight gain. But it wasn't the heart or the lungs he was talking about. It was the liver. "If you look after your liver, you stay slim and you feel young and healthy," the janitor said. He then told me that all of the organs work together to keep the body functioning well, but the liver is the key. If the other organs, like the heart, lungs, kidneys, and pancreas, are the soldiers, he explained, the liver is the general. "Where I'm from, the liver is known as the general of the army," said the janitor. "How do you know all this?" I asked the man. At this point, he explained that his father and his father before him practiced traditional Chinese medicine. Over the next few minutes, I discovered that the man's name was Li Huang, and incredibly, he was 91 years old, despite looking and acting decades younger. As we talked, Li told me that he had decided to work as a janitor at the hospital to help put his great-great-grandchildren through college. In fact, until he'd started working there, he said he hadn't set foot in a hospital or even a doctor's office for almost 40 years, despite being close to 100 years old. And according to Lee, the reason he'd stayed so slim, healthy, and youthful looking was because he ate a small, specific selection of simple foods every day that protected his liver, and as a result, kept his body working optimally. "But if I'm so overweight with a failing heart, diabetes, and everything else," I said, "surely my liver is damaged beyond repair." No, see, that's where you're wrong," said Lee. "The liver is the only organ that can regenerate itself." And he wasn't wrong. I discovered that as long as the deterioration isn't too severe, you can reverse liver damage, transforming your health, your weight, your energy levels, and everything else. It truly is an incredible, overlooked organ. So, if Lee was right, there was still hope for me yet. The question was, how? And that's when Lee leaned over the bed and whispered in my ear. "The secret lies in 5 simple ingredients," he said. But just as Lee was about to tell me what they were, a doctor walked into the room, grabbed Lee by the arm, and threw him out of the room. "I'm sorry if he's been bothering you," said the doctor. "He has ideas above his station and won't stop trying to give my patients medical advice." No, it's fine," I replied. I desperately looked around for Lee once the doctor had left, but he was nowhere to be seen. And 2 weeks later, when I was finally discharged from the hospital, I still hadn't found him. When I arrived home, I still couldn't get the conversation with Lee out of my head. Could my liver really be the key to not only losing weight and feeling younger, but reversing all of my health problems? And what were the 5 ingredients Lee was going to tell me about? I had to find out. So with nothing to lose, I jumped on the internet that same night and began researching the role of the liver. What I found out shocked me. According to practically every article and study I read, the liver is the most important organ in the body. Simply put, a poorly functioning liver is bad news for your waistline and your health. As I read on, I found out that the liver was involved in everything from regulating blood glucose and cholesterol levels to making bile, which is the most important thing we need to digest and burn fat. You see, if your liver isn't working properly, it can't produce the bile needed to break down fat. This forces the body to store fat instead, leading to weight gain, not to mention clogged vessels and arteries. Most importantly, the liver is your body's detoxifying organ. It works around the clock to make sure your body gets the nutrients it needs while filtering out the harmful toxins you eat, drink, and breathe throughout the day. If your liver can't do this, you develop something called toxic overload, where the liver can no longer process those toxins effectively and they get reabsorbed back into the cells. This devastating process can lead to weight gain, tiredness, irritability, digestive problems, poor sleep, brain fog, headaches, memory loss, skin problems, hormonal imbalances, and hundreds of other health problems. And eventually, this toxic overload destroys the liver and opens the door to diseases like diabetes, cancer, dementia, and heart disease. In short, everything I read told me that liver toxicity was a big reason for the surge in obesity disease and widespread pharmaceutical drug use in the last 50 years. Now, in just a second, I'm going to reveal the one detoxifier you need to regenerate your liver, which will turn your body's full fat-burning powers back on, repair all of your cells, and transform your health, vitality, and life expectancy in the process. But before I do, there's a bigger problem which Lee tried to warn me about. 3 toxic things are wreaking havoc on your liver. You see, today's standard American diet and the medications people take all the time are making the job of maintaining a healthy liver almost impossible. The first is the invisible liver killer, sugar and high fructose corn syrup. Yes, believe it or not, refined sugar and high fructose corn syrup are as damaging to your liver as booze. And sugar can cause problems with your liver even if you're not overweight. Worse, sugar and high fructose corn syrup are hidden in most of the foods in your neighborhood grocery stores, favorite restaurants, and local delis. A lot of the time, while you can't even taste it, sugar and these toxins are attacking your liver. Now, it's obviously going to be hard to avoid all the foods that contain high fructose corn syrup. It's in so much of the American diet, after all, and it's hidden well. Let me reveal the second most deadly food toxin that's poisoning your liver every day, multiplying your risk of disease and cutting your life short. The second nasty ingredient is called MSG, or monosodium glutamate. Now, once again, you may think you know all about MSG and how to avoid it. MSG is a food additive heavily used in Chinese takeout and fast food. But what you probably don't know is that MSG is being increasingly added to popular foods, including soups, like the one Lee spotted on my lunch tray at the hospital, as well as things like crackers, meats, salad dressings, sauces, seasonings, frozen dinners, cheese, gravy, popcorn, potato chips, and much, much more. And that's bad news for you, because MSG is a neurotoxin. It excites the brain and produces massive cravings. Americans in particular eat MSG daily in hundreds of food items, and most of the time, they don't even know it. That's because food manufacturers use dozens of different names for it, such as yeast extract, hydrolyzed vegetable protein, textured protein, natural meat tenderizer, glutamic acid, calcium, glutamate, soy protein, concentrate, and many more. But eating MSG spells disaster for your waistline and your health. Thousands of studies have linked MSG to obesity, type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, metabolic syndrome, high blood pressure, leaky gut, brain health issues, and much more. Countless studies over the past 50 years have shown that MSG induces severe liver damage in rats and mice. And humans are at least 5 times more susceptible to MSG toxicity than lab animals. But still, MSG is added to more and more of our foods and in increasingly frightening amounts. The third toxic culprit is medication. According to the Annals of Hepatology journal, many prescription drugs are to blame for liver problems. This is scary because if you're like 76% of Americans over the age of 50, you're probably taking a bunch of medications like Tylenol, Ozempic, Betadine, Avianda, Actos, Ursodiol, Ibuprofen, Methotrexate, Rumatrex, Griseofulvin, Griflofin 5, Tamoxifen, Nolvadex, steroids, Valproate, Depakote, and Amiodarone, Cortidarone. And as you get older, the number of medications your doctor prescribes goes up. Back pain? The doctor prescribes a pill. Stomach hurting? Swallow this pill. Blood pressure too high? Well, here's another pill. Diabetic and need insulin? Jab this toxin stick in your leg. The problem is that when your liver isn't functioning properly, it simply can't remove these toxins from your blood. And instead, the toxins from all the medications flood into your liver, overwhelming it with even more toxins. And this accelerates the damage to your toxic liver, putting you at a greater risk for cirrhosis. But don't worry, this is where my story takes a dramatic twist for the better. You see, after I got out of the hospital and discovered the importance of the liver, I finally understood what Lee said. It really was the key to a slim, healthy, happy life. The next morning, I phoned the hospital to try to get in touch with Lee and ask for his help, hoping that he'd reveal his secret ingredients to me. But shockingly, I was told that he'd been fired for talking to patients. I couldn't believe it, and I felt guilty, wondering if it was my fault. I was determined to get in contact and eventually managed to track Lee down. 3 days later, we met on a secluded park bench and I asked for Lee's help. I practically begged him to reveal his secrets. And that's when he told me the most incredible story I'd heard in my life. It started when Lee was a young boy in rural China. He woke up every morning to the sound of his father and grandfather chopping a variety of ingredients in the kitchen. The result was a strange green drink that the family consumed together every morning and every evening. It was an age-old family recipe that had been passed down for generations, and those who drank it were said to live a long and happy life. But Lee was sworn to secrecy and forbidden from sharing it with anyone. A drink doesn't seem particularly remarkable, and I didn't think so either until Lee told me that his father was still alive at the age of 112, and his mother was 114. What's more, and perhaps even more incredible, was that both of them were still as energetic, alert, and active as 20-year-olds. As Lee got older and moved to the United States, he slowly slipped out of the habit of consuming this ancient Chinese family recipe he'd been raised on. But as the years went by, he noticed how his weight was increasing and his health was deteriorating at a worrying pace. He started to suffer from high blood pressure and was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes at the age of 56. Thinking that it couldn't simply be a coincidence, he returned home to get the recipe from his father. Soon after, Lee witnessed a startling transformation in his weight and health and a total reversal in his high blood pressure and diabetes symptoms. And as he explained to me, he'd been drinking the exact same drink every morning and evening since. Far more than 4 decades. So what are the ingredients? I pleaded with Lee, desperate to know the family secret. Lee then reached into his bag and pulled out an old, discolored journal. Looking me straight in the eye, he said, "You are the first person in 40 years to have actually understood the power of what I'm telling you. My father won't like it, but I think it's about time I shared this." Inside was a list of ingredients complete with instructions on how to use them and the quantities needed. Some were just simple recipes that I had seen before, but on page 6, there it was, the recipe I had been praying for. "This is the secret to youthful aging," said Lee. But there was a problem. Lee was getting all the ingredients for the recipe shipped to him weekly from China. And the ingredients were not the type of herbs that we locally grow in the US. Although I found a few Chinese grocery stores selling some of the ingredients. Lee's recipe included heaps of them and many additional ingredients that worked in perfect synergy. But I could not find the specific types of these ingredients used in Lee's recipe anywhere in the US. Most of them, in their purest, nutrient-rich forms, could only be found in Lee's village in China. And getting all these herbs and minerals shipped over to the US regularly was out of the question too. The cost would be huge. I felt like I'd hit a brick wall. But then Lee had a thought. "What if we could take my original recipe," he said, "break it down to its bare nutrient levels, and then substitute the Chinese ingredients for local ones with the same or even higher levels of these key nutrients?" It was a great idea. Lucky for me, my brother-in-law, Dr. Michael Leeds, had a PhD in nutrition and was a top food scientist. I contacted Michael and told him about my discovery and Lee's recipe and asked him whether I could show it to him. Dr. Leeds also suffered from fatty liver at the time, and none of the nutritional restrictions he tried on himself worked. We scheduled a video call that very evening. I can still remember how surprised and thrilled Michael was by my research. He said that by adding a few natural ingredients to Lee's recipe, we could have a formula so potent that it could wipe out all liver issues and actually regenerate a scarred fatty liver. I couldn't believe my ears. So, even though the next day Dr. Leeds had to fly to Geneva, we worked together through video calls. Dr. Leeds tested formulas, mixing and matching different herbs and powders inside his laboratory in Switzerland, and together we found the purest ingredients. We talked to local growers worldwide, making sure that only fresh plants, spices, and herbs reached his lab. In the end, we tested over 130 formulations, and we made sure that we got the right quantities and the most effective combination until we finally created an all-powerful 100% natural, detoxifying, and highly active mixture. Lee's recipe for perfect liver health works in 4 steps. Detox is the first and most important step to start healing your overworked liver, but detox alone isn't enough to recharge your liver's health to full power. Second, you need to tackle age-related inflammation, which weakens and damages your liver. Next, your digestive system needs to be working smoothly for your liver to be healthy. If there's some other problem with your healthy digestion, it can kick off a domino effect that can hurt your liver. And finally, we need normal bile production. When your liver is healthy, it produces the right amount of bile necessary to break down and use fats and fat-soluble vitamins. A good bile flow is a must for fighting belly fat. Without enough bile, your body simply can't digest the fat you eat, so it piles up on your belly. So you need to address all 4 liver health aspects to get rid of fatty liver and enjoy the rapid weight loss and other benefits of a fully working liver machine. Now, let's get into the details. First step, detox, is rooted in a handful of natural ingredients. First, we use artichokes, which contain cynarin and silymarin. Clinical studies show how these ingredients detoxify your body, reduce age-related inflammation, promote the production of bile, and support your healthy digestive system. Science says so. For one randomized, double-blind, gold standard study, researchers gave 90 people with overworked livers either this liver-boosting secret or a placebo. Now, the people in the study did nothing else, no special diet, no changes to their lifestyles at all. What the researchers saw stunned them. In just 2 months, using just this liver recharging secret, the patient's liver function improved dramatically. The placebo group saw no improvement at all. In another study, scientists gave 80 patients with liver problems artichoke extract daily. 8 weeks later, the patients taking artichoke extract saw a remarkable reduction in liver inflammation and reduced fat deposits on their liver. So, with just one serving of artichoke extract, you can increase your bile flow to a healthy, youthful level that breaks down fats so they don't pile up around your waist. Now, to fight age-related inflammation, an ingredient we use is turmeric. This is a common kitchen spice, and it works like a charm for your overworked liver. This spice has been used by ancient healers for over 4,500 years, and now modern science shows how powerful it really is, especially when it comes to your liver. No doubt you've heard all the buzz about how turmeric can help ease occasional joint pain, boost heart health, support brain health, and so much more. But you probably haven't heard about how it works to supercharge your liver cells. In new research published in the Journal of Phytotherapy Research, the scientists looked at how curcumin, the powerhouse compound in turmeric, also boosts liver cells. The scientists found that curcumin protects cells from the toxins that could damage them. But this is even more surprising. Curcumin can help your body regenerate your liver. So, by protecting cells from damage and helping your body rebuild your liver, curcumin is a powerful solution for liver health. Now, to the next category in liver health, digestion. We use ginger to boost healthy digestion and recharge the liver. Studies show how ginger works to reduce nausea and deliver relief from all types of digestive upset. Research shows that enzymes in ginger help the body break up painful gas in your digestive tract, delivering sweet relief. By supporting healthy digestion, you take the pressure off your overworked liver. In a recent study, researchers gave 44 people with overworked livers either ginger or a placebo. Then they tested their liver function. In just 12 weeks, the people taking ginger saw significant improvements in their liver function markers. Even more remarkable, the people taking ginger also had healthy blood sugar levels and a dramatic improvement in their overall health. There is one more major element that you need to fully recharge your liver and enjoy increased energy: a slim waistline and clear thinking at any age. It's the famous close cousin of the artichoke, milk thistle. Milk thistle is filled with potent antioxidants. These antioxidants are vitally important in fighting free radical damages to your liver. Your liver works hard to remove toxins from your body, but in the process of removing these toxins, your liver generates massive amounts of free radicals. Then these free radicals damage your liver cells and fire up age-related inflammation that can further damage your liver. Now, another important element is zinc, since it prevents fat accumulation in the liver. Indian scientists have established that nanoparticles of zinc oxide can prevent fat accumulation in the liver and thereby prevent non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And the last two ingredients are beetroot and dandelion. Studies show how beets have enzymes and antioxidants that help remove toxins from your body, increase healthy bile flow, and protect your liver from damaging free radicals. While you may think of dandelion as a pesky weed on your lawn, it's a miracle herb for your liver. Dandelion has been scientifically shown to block fat from accumulating around your liver and to help remove toxins from your body. You see, Lee's recipe is the only liver solution I've seen that supports all 4 steps to liver health and combines these proven liver recharging ingredients. This powerful combination acts synergetically to reboot your liver health by detoxifying, removing fat deposits, restoring normal bile function, eliminating any existing inflammation or digestion issues, restoring normal enzyme, protein, and bilirubin to optimal levels, helping you think faster, better, and more clearly. Now, let's get back to my story. 2 days later, Lee told me, "Don't get too excited, Sam. because Big Pharma will never allow us to make this solution public. They will act swiftly and stop it. They'll try to get all these ingredients banned, claiming they're dangerous or homeopathic nonsense. The same way they banned 129 other plants in the history of humanity that worked for other diseases. And he quickly showed me a list on his phone. I had never seen this list before, and it made sense why Big Pharma would never allow this. For the first time in years, I understood what was happening, and I felt hope that I could save the lives of those suffering. I was willing to take the risk. I couldn't stand there with my arms crossed, waiting for millions of Americans to have their liver condition deteriorate to the point where they'll need a liver transplant, while Big Pharma collected another fat check. I was tired of waiting and seeing everything around me crumbling to pieces. Just like you, I was extremely curious to find out what this ultimate liver repairing and weight loss formula was. What could make it so powerful that it could not only fight fatty and toxic liver, but also start shedding pounds and pounds of unwanted fat while repairing and rejuvenating your health? Dr. Leeds warned me the supplement will be 100% effective only when you use all the ingredients combined in exact, specific ratios. He showed me a document with all the calculations he made to finally achieve these optimal ratios between the ingredients. Without adequate preparation, he emphasized the whole ritual would be worthless. He also warned me about counterfeit and cheap imitations of all these ingredients. He tested so-called natural herbal extracts, vitamins, and minerals, and found many weren't natural at all. They had ingredients derived from chemicals, not natural sources. In other words, the liver protecting herbal extract you buy at the health food store may not deliver the same amazing results that authentic herbal extract will. After Dr. Leeds told me all this, I realized that I would not be able to make the formula as effective as he did, no matter how hard I tried. Lee was the only one who knew the exact ratios. Lee knew the order of the ingredients, the best type and variety of each plant, how to source for purity, how many weeks it took to extract them from plants, and most importantly, he had done this before. But seeing how committed and desperate I was, my friend Lee told me he had my back. Dr. Leeds also said he wouldn't abandon us. Nothing could stop us now. We had the formula, the medical knowledge, and a lab all to ourselves. We searched the whole world through. Dr. Leeds' scientific connections worked with certified producers and verified suppliers, making sure that we only used top quality, pure ingredients sourced from local growers who let plants naturally reach their full maturity without herbicides. In the end, we had to adjust the ratios with incredible precision. The result? We would have enough of a unique natural mixture of ingredients to last 90 people for a week or so. After putting on the last touches, Dr. Leeds sent me a bottle with the mixture. I just had to take 1 tablespoon every morning with a big glass of water. Piece of cake. In the first days, nothing happened. Maybe I felt a bit less foggy, but I wasn't sure. I was a bit discouraged. I have to admit, but Lee called me every day to lift my spirits. I took 1 tablespoon once in the morning and once in the evening, as Lee and his family had done, and waited. After 2 days, I saw no noticeable changes, but I knew I had to be patient and that the recipe wouldn't work overnight. As each day passed, I felt more skeptical. But then something incredible happened. I woke up on a sunny Sunday morning, stepped on the scales, and screamed out with joy. I'd lost 3 pounds, but that was only the beginning. Soon after, I shed an astonishing 15 pounds of useless, ugly belly fat. But more than that, my body and overall health and vitality went through a transformation I could never have imagined. My liver was finally getting the care and cleansing it needed to function. Every waking morning, I felt younger, lighter, more alive than I'd ever felt. My energy levels soared. My skin began to glow. My blood glucose levels plummeted, reducing my need for the insulin injections I'd been taking for years. My cholesterol fell. My blood pressure levels stabilized, meaning I no longer needed my meds. I was sleeping soundly and waking up each morning bright-eyed and full of energy. I felt happier than I had in years, decades even, and my confidence and self-esteem returned. I couldn't believe it. It was like I was being reborn, regenerated even. In no time at all, I lost 47 pounds. I was in the best mood one could be. So, just to be sure, I went back to my doctor for a checkup. When I walked through the door, I wasn't expecting what would happen next. His eyes widened in shock. Sam? He said. The doctor barely recognized me. But the best part was when he checked my blood work. He looked at me, smiling from ear to ear. Sam, your liver enzymes are normal, my doctor said. Look, I don't know how you've done it, but there are no signs of toxic liver anymore. I've never seen anyone reverse their fatty, toxic liver like this. His words hit me all at once. It was like a weight had finally been lifted off my shoulders. It was all thanks to this unbelievable super formula. Seeing my progress, I posted an announcement on various forums and support groups for people with fatty, toxic, or tired liver, asking them to discreetly test out our pure organic formula. We were lucky enough to gather 97 volunteers. They each received a daily report form to follow their progress. It was prepared to wait at least 2 weeks for the initial reports to come back, but what happened exceeded even our wildest dreams. Even after a couple of days, we received call after call from people in the study claiming their digestion was as good as it could be. They felt completely normal again. They could eat and drink whatever they wanted, and their digestion was perfect. Even those who had cirrhosis felt amazing. Some of them were amazed at how good their skin and their hair looked, while others couldn't believe their fatigue, brain fog, and anxiety were gone. Every single one of the 97 volunteers reported dramatic improvements in their health. They had an average weight loss of 11.5 pounds. Each volunteer reported feeling younger, more alert, and more alive than they'd felt in the past 30 years. To think, all they had to do was use a pain-free natural mixture. We discovered one of the main causes of America's obesity epidemic and the surge in diseases like diabetes, dementia, cancer, and heart disease. I remembered Lee's words. It was liver toxicity. It was a discovery of mind-blowing potential, and I literally jumped with joy at the thought of how many people I could help. After seeing all the results and messages, it was clear we couldn't keep this life-saving treatment all to ourselves, especially since everyone in the study kept asking us for more of our magic mix for them and their close friends and family members. We needed to make our discovery accessible to as many people as possible. After all, our formula was a work of art, highly absorbable, pure, and powerful enough to fight liver toxicity and fatty deposits. More importantly, the mix worked on all liver conditions. To produce the formula ourselves, we had to spend days trying to source the purest ingredients from all over the world and thousands of dollars to buy them. For that, we needed a much better plan. So Dr. Leeds suggested we buy the ingredients in bulk. It was exhausting. We secretly worked day and night with a large, modern, discreet manufacturing facility in the U.S. that could take care of everything. This way, we could produce this potent mixture in the quantity we wanted in tiny, easy-to-swallow capsules. We tested until dawn, making sure we got the right quantities and the most effective combination of ingredients. And in the end, there it was. My hands shook as I held the final formula that would reverse fatty, toxic, and tired liver and save the lives of thousands of people worldwide. If this tiny natural pill was the most effective treatment for fatty and toxic liver while enhancing rapid fat loss, it would be a miracle. When it came to the quality of ingredients, we had one non-negotiable request. They needed to be the real thing. Pure and active. The plants needed to be sourced from local growers who let them naturally reach their full maturity without herbicides. They had to be 100% effective and prepared the right way and in the right amounts to keep their essential properties intact. They had to be safely processed under strict sterile standards with regularly disinfected equipment. I remember we jumped for joy when we found a facility that was both FDA registered and GMP certified and that had an excellent disinfection policy to keep germs or viruses at bay. We named it ReLiver Pro, the only 100% natural blend that addresses all 4 steps required to achieve optimal liver health: detoxify the liver, reduce inflammation, fix the digestive system, and ensure normal bile production. ReLiver Pro is clinically proven to stimulate the production of bile and glutathione in the liver. This reverses liver toxicity and turbocharges your body's natural healing power. In turn, this can trigger rapid weight loss, optimum health, and a happier, longer life. We've sourced the purest, highest quality ingredients and put the exact quantities into the most powerful 4-step liver health supplement. Every single natural pill is manufactured in the U.S. in our FDA-approved and GMP-certified facility under sterile, strict, and precise standards. ReLiver Pro capsules are non-GMO and safe. They do not contain any dangerous stimulants or toxins, and they are not habit-forming. At the same time, this doesn't mean that you'll have to take the capsule every day for the rest of your life. On the contrary, just a couple of bottles or more, depending on your liver condition and the level of bacteria present, can help your body create its liver defense mechanisms and become immune to the dangerous toxins, fats, sugars, and inflammation even after you finish taking it. 447,800 people and counting have already restored their liver health with ReLiver Pro. Janine Keller, 47, from Buffalo, New York, says, ReLiver Pro, it's the best. I feel so light, so liberated, and I've also lost quite a few pounds. My hair looks much better than ever, and I have a lot of energy. Hilda J. Smitherman, 52, from Macon, Georgia, wrote to us, I felt very fat and wanted to be thinner like I used to be before having 4 children. I doubted that the ReLiver Pro would help me lose weight, but 3 weeks into trying it, my tiredness, lack of focus, and vision problems have disappeared, and I've lost 7 pounds and counting. Bob St. Thomas, 39, from Dallas, Texas, told us, ReLiver Pro has put all of my doctors to shame. I have had NASH for 7 years, and I honestly thought there was nothing I could do about it, but only because my doctors have been so useless. All they did was put me on a variety of different medications. I'm so glad I found your website before it was too late. I've not only lost weight, but my liver function has improved beyond belief, which has had a massive positive effect on my overall health. All you have to do to experience the same amazing improvements in your liver health is to start using this convenient and easily absorbable supplement as soon as possible. The solution is much simpler than you think, and you can get access to everything in the next 90 seconds. Now, knowing all this, it's obvious why ReLiver Pro is better than every other option and is the most powerful liver recharging formula. Nothing else out there has been proven to work long term. Instead, ReLiver Pro is a completely natural and effective long-term way to restore liver health and prevent further damage that may lead to cirrhosis or even cancer. Of course, you could put your hopes into drugs to manage certain aspects of fatty liver. However, research shows that the liver enzyme tests appear to return to previous levels right after drug treatment ends. Now, this means that the drug treatment has to continue forever. You'll never stop it. Beyond drugs, you could trust the medical system and agree to one of those costly surgeries that promise to fix your fatty liver. But these operations are almost always useless, unlike ReLiver Pro, which gets the job done while helping you lose weight and keeping you safe from other disorders. Now, if you're ready to say yes to this big change, ask yourself, how much is it worth to be in full control of the way I feel and look? How much is it worth to have no fears and health risk and see your friends and family totally amazed by how good you look and how energetic you are? Just take a few seconds. Imagine how much that outcome would be worth. $5,000? $2,000? $997? Well, let me tell you, this isn't about money for me. I'll never forget the humiliation I felt when I was in the gym or the horror in the emergency room. I never want anyone to feel as humiliated, angry, or helpless as I did. That's why I'll never ask for $597 or $397 or even half of that. I just want to cover the cost of the ingredients and keep this site running for as long as I can, even though, given my cost, I'll soon have to charge $99 for one bottle of ReLiver Pro. Still, one bottle surely costs a lot less than a visit to the doctor. But I don't worry. For now, you can get a 30-day supply of ReLiver Pro for a one-time, 100% risk-free investment of just $69. And that's not all. If you order a 3 or 6 month package, we'll give you an even bigger discount. Here's why. Both Dr. Leeds and I have run so many tests to optimize the length of the treatment period. That's why we recommend you take the supplement for at least 90 days, just to make 100% sure there's not a single trace of fatty deposits or toxins in your liver. All you have to do to achieve the same dramatic improvements in your health, energy, and weight is to start using ReLiver Pro as soon as possible. Remember, ReLiver Pro is the only supplement that addresses all 4 steps required to achieve optimal liver health. If you're ready to give up the burden of having tired and toxic liver and bring excitement, energy, and satisfaction back into your life, if you're ready to say yes to this big change, you need to take action now. Now, I want to recommend something very important to you. After seeing the positive results of more than 447,800 people, when you're ordering ReLiver Pro, go for, at the very least, 3 bottles. This will give you enough supply to reap the full benefits, as it could take more than 75 days to make sure your liver is repaired and fully functioning without toxins or fatty deposits. Plus, 3 bottles will bulletproof your liver against any harmful microbes and dangerous bacteria while restoring energy and helping you to rapidly lose weight, rejuvenating and strengthening every inch of your liver from beginning to end. Or, if you want to flush out even more fat and toxins from your liver and lose those stubborn extra pounds and enjoy a flat belly, high energy levels, and toned glowing skin, 6 bottles of ReLiver Pro are all you need. 6 bottles of ReLiver Pro promotes liver function so optimal that it's like Teflon for fat. Fat just slides away. Make no mistakes. Every extra bottle of ReLiver Pro will bring you more and more benefits. I'm sure you've heard that most diseases, from skin problems to autoimmune diseases, heart disease, early aging, and even mental issues such as brain fog, forgetfulness, and depression, have been tied to an unhealthy digestive system. Well, we believe that if you fix your liver and restore your health and looks, you have the chance to fix any related diseases. Of course, this doesn't happen overnight, and anyone who's telling you that you'll get permanent results in just a few days is lying. That's why we recommend you invest in more bottles today. We're happy to see so many people taking ReLiver Pro to solve their liver problems, but high demand can lead to low supply. Please take into account that ReLiver Pro is selling incredibly fast, and once it sells out, it will take us 6 to 9 months to find the purest ingredients and produce a new batch without compromising on quality. Of course, we're committed to supporting you in every way that we can, so we will let you order a batch of 3 or 6 bottles for a huge discount. You won't be seeing ReLiver Pro anywhere in stores, so secure your stock now at the lowest price possible. Plus, when you get the 3 or 6 bottle package, you'll also receive 2 exclusive free bonuses. First off, you get the Liver Detox Bible. This book retails at $97, but you're going to receive it for free. Written by some of the most respected authorities in the nutrition space, and this treasure trove is a unique traditional Chinese medicine protocol aimed at detoxifying and optimizing liver function by activating the exact ingredients scientifically proven to stimulate the production of glutathione, the mother of all antioxidants in the liver. Following this protocol is the key to long-term health and rapid weight loss. The book also includes 17 of the most powerful and easy to prepare smoothie recipes for stimulating your body's production of glutathione. You also get the anti-aging cookbook, a $97 value, for free. This bonus hands you over 50 mouth-watering recipes to slow down the aging clock and also keep your trim and toned year-round. These recipes are designed to help you sizzle off the pounds and look 15 to 20 years younger. Desserts, breakfast, lunch, dinner, grocery lists, sneaky tricks, and unique lifestyle tips. They're all covered. Take a look below. Once you order, you'll be taken to a secure checkout page. Just fill in your payment details using a credit card or debit card. Immediately after, you'll fill in your information and confirm your order. Your bottles of ReLiver Pro will be shipped right to your doorstep. If you order the 3 bottles or 6 bottle package, which we recommend as we estimate we could run out of stock soon, you'll also take advantage of a huge discount. Plus, remember that missing one day of ReLiver Pro can compromise a full month of progress. So, if I were to give you just one piece of advice, this would be, don't risk running out of ReLiver Pro. Just click below to select your packages. Your order today is a one-time payment with no subscription or hidden charges. Now keep in mind that ReLiver Pro can be found only on this page and it is not available for purchase anywhere else. This is your only chance to grab this exclusive formula. Listen, by 2026, it's estimated that the liver health and weight loss product market could reach $93 billion in value. No wonder big pharma companies have been mercilessly hunting down anyone who dares to make public a natural, easy alternative solution to their overpriced, useless pills that don't even address the root of the cause. Now, please make your choice today while this site is still up. If you're skeptical, I totally understand. You've spent a lot of money, went through so much pain, and nothing worked. Now, I am so confident that ReLiver Pro works that I'm going to give you our ironclad 60-day money-back guarantee. If you don't experience dramatic improvements or you're not satisfied for any reason whatsoever, we will issue a full refund, no questions asked. All you need to do is contact us within the first 60 days of your purchase. It doesn't matter if you used up the entire bottle, we will still give you your money back. This means you have 2 whole months to decide if ReLiver Pro is right for you. No hidden fees or subscriptions, just a safe and secure one-time payment. Choose the package you want below. You have 2 choices ahead of you right now. Option 1, stop following this presentation and leave this page. Do nothing. Keep going the way you are with a tired, fatty, and toxic liver. Spending your days in pain, fatigue, having skin issues, discomfort, and shame. Coming up with excuses every time you don't feel well. Living like this for months or years with a miserable and disease-filled future. It's not going to be pleasant. Option 2, risk nothing at all today. Grab ReLiver Pro right now and you'll be surprised at how good it feels to have more energy, superb eyesight, and great memory, and how easy it is to lose weight by restoring liver health and function. So, just click below to make your choice. Enter your payment details on our secure order form and place the order now. We'll immediately ship your bottles directly to your home. Still here? Great. I wanted to take a second and answer the most common questions I get about ReLiver Pro. I just want to make you feel 100% comfortable with your decision to order today. 1. How and why does ReLiver Pro work? ReLiver Pro works in a very simple yet powerful way. ReLiver Pro mixes powerful symbiotics and rare ingredients to tackle the 4 pillars of liver health, turning your liver into a high-energy, fat-burning machine and a strong detoxifier and protector against diseases. 2. Is ReLiver Pro safe? ReLiver Pro has been designed for all ages and medical conditions. Addressing the root cause of your liver problems is the most important thing you can do today for long-lasting results, now and well into old age. ReLiver Pro contains high-quality natural ingredients manufactured in an FDA-approved facility under sterile, strict, and precise standards. Each ingredient in ReLiver Pro is tested for purity to ensure no toxins or contaminants. So, rest assured, it's 100% safe. As always, if you currently have a medical condition or you're taking other prescription medication, we advise you to show a bottle of this supplement to your doctor before you take it, just to put your mind at ease. 3. When should I take ReLiver Pro? We recommend taking 2 capsules with a big glass of water in the morning for a deep cleanse that detoxifies, repairs, and optimizes your liver function, your physical and mental health, looks, and well-being. 4. What if it doesn't work for me? The more results we see in people each day, the more we believe ReLiver Pro has the power to completely transform your toxic liver health, energy, and appearance. It's true. However, that nothing works for every single person, as each body functions in its own way. That's why every bottle of ReLiver Pro comes with an ironclad 60-day money-back guarantee. If for any reason you aren't fully satisfied with the results, you can just return what you haven't used for a full, no questions asked refund. 5. How long will this supplement be available to the public? Well, I'm not sure. But history has shown that Big Pharma is not afraid to spend millions of dollars in legal fees to remove something that threatens its very existence. Wouldn't you spend $1 million in lawyer costs to protect the billions per year you make? Get yours right away. All you have to do today is click below, fill in your payment details on your secure order form, and submit your order. I can't wait to hear your success story.